Weather. How do you predict it to ensure that you have a great day out boating? We're out on a photo shoot in Moreton Bay, and as you can see, we've got absolutely fantastic conditions, and not by accident. There are some simple websites and apps that you can use, and the easiest way for me to show you those is back in the office on my computer. What I'd like to do is show you a couple of very easy to use resources online that are going to help you make a decision as to whether to go out boating or not. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm looking at making a trip from Manly down here near Brisbane up to Cape Moreton on Thursday the 22nd of December. And the first place I'm going to look is a web page called METI. This is from the Bureau of Meteorology. It's basically an interactive map that down the left here shows you a number of different parameters that you can click on. Across the top you have your timescale, and down the right here you have your legend. I've already zoomed in on the map to the area I want, so let's have a look at what the BOM are forecasting for Thursday morning. So I'm looking at leaving at 4 o'clock, so I've selected that time. I want to look at the wind, so I've clicked wind forecast. I'm looking at it in knots, and using the legend I can see here that this pale blue colour here tells me that the wind is going to be somewhere between 5 and 10 knots from the east, and I can then start to click through the day and see how that wind develops. So as I move through the day, that wind is actually going to stay nice and light. It's going to pick up a little bit just after lunch, and 10 to 15 knots in the afternoon from the northeast. So for the size of vessel I'm in and for what I'm looking at doing, that's quite a nice forecast. Light, calm conditions going out in the morning. By the time I come home mid-afternoon, I'll have a northeasterly blowing me home. So that's great. I can look at any other parameters here that I might need to, like weather, temperature, UV index, to help me plan my day better as well. The second thing I want to show you is this website called Predict Wind, which is also available as an app. And the main thing to consider here is that there are a number of different apps and websites available, but they are all using one of several forecasts to show you the data. So the one we just looked at with BOM, that's Australian data overlaid with some international forecast models, and that's going to show you what you see on METI. The good thing about Predict Wind, which you're looking at now, is that you can actually compare two different forecasts. So similar thing, I have all my parameters down the side on the left. Here my timescale has moved to the bottom. I've got it set at the moment to Thursday morning at around 4:30, and I'm looking at two different models. The first one here is the European one, and this one here is the American one. So again, I can either press play, or I can scroll through the day using the arrows here. And as I scroll through, you can see there are some slight variations, but for the most part, all three forecasts are showing me the same thing, which is that the wind in the morning is going to be somewhere between 5 and 10 knots, and as the day goes on, the wind's going to pick up to somewhere between 10 and 15. So now I've looked at three different forecasts, and they are all saying the same thing. This gives me a high degree of confidence that Thursday the 22nd is going to be a good day for me to go out boating based on the size of vessel I've got and what it is I want to go and do. As you can see, there's plenty of great websites and apps to help you predict what the weather's going to do. The links to those are in the description below, so get out there and enjoy yourself on the water.